Okay, so picking up right where we left off, I said we were going to go through and do the exosuit upgrades. However, before we do that, I can free up a little bit more inventory because if you recall, these 3 items right here, Korvax casing, Gek relic, Vy'keen effigy, these can just be handed to members of that race, and I can free those 3 slots up while also gaining standing with that particular race. So, this guy right here, he is a Gek. I've already talked to him before to get help with language, learn to word, but I can give him a Gek relic. He accepts it, my standing is increased by 1. Now, I've just given him 1, but I've got more relics on me. I can just give him another 1. He accepts it again. I get more standing. So, you don't have to find, like if I had 6 of these, I don't need to find 6 different Gek to give them to. I can just keep giving them to the same one over and over again. Okay, that freed up some slots. I can also get rid of these. I'm not going to use those. Let's just talk to someone who sells technology. To sell from the starship. There we go. That gets rid of those. Looks like we've got clone ships in here practically. Okay. Okay, so that's got some space open. Let's go ahead and stick my navigation data in the starship. Yeah, I really need to get some more storage. That's definitely what I need right now. So we are going to focus hard on these. So for every one of these that I find, I'm going to need 10 sodium nitrate, which I'll need 430. I've got 530. I'm fine there. I'm also going to need 1 carbon nanotube for each of these. So that's these. I'm going to go ahead and make all of them that I need. 40. 1, 2, that's 43. Almost used up all my carbon, so I might have to go and mine some more while I'm running around. And I also need antimatter housing. I'm gonna need 43 of those. I can make 40, and then I run out of room. So, okay. While I'm doing all of this, I also need to make sure that I'm getting carbon and oxygen, because I'm running low on both of those. And if anything interesting crops up along the way, we will definitely investigate it. But enough talk, it's time to grind. That was a 4-hour marathon of getting all of my inventory slots filled out, and as you can see, I can actually scroll down, and I've got 2 more whole rows. So I got, like, plus all this up here, I must have gotten 40, 50, like 50 to 55 slots were added. So, and I still have 1 map because I kept finding them as I kept going, and I've got navigation data, navigation data, navigation data, so I could trade for even more maps if I wanted. So while I clean up my inventory, here are some of the highlights from our jaunt about the planets. Okay, I got a Gek relic. Another thing I should do is I should actually get the Atlas Pass prior to running around and getting too many of these pods, just because we're going to keep finding those cylindrical tubes that we can't access. So you know what? Let's try our luck. I think it's these ones that give me the chance to get the Atlas Pass. So let's go ahead and try our luck at this. Operations Center. This may also involve some Sentinel activity, so we might really be in for a treat. Go a little bit higher in the atmosphere, get some more speed. There we go. Okay, manufacturing facility. This might be the building I'm looking for. Slow down. There we go. Gonna land at a really weird angle. Okay, there's definitely Sentinels here. I just created a save point from exiting my vehicle. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna get out my bolt caster because I foresee some combat. Okay, this is a reinforced door. I can't get in unless I start shooting it. And we've got Sentinels in the area, so they're going to be upset when I start shooting it. But let's do it. Okay, let's get inside real quick. Sentinels are searching for me. Maybe I can... Let's see here. An automatic process has scrambled the output of the terminal. I can make out a few words, but the rest is lost in static. I can make out that there should be a few words. Okay, so if I select one of these, I might be able to bring the facility back online, but I have no idea which one it is. So... Actually, I think by accessing that computer, it shut down the Sentinels, and then I proceeded to shoot them. So, maybe not the smartest idea on my part, but... Guys, actually, they're not that tough. Maybe I would... Oh, shoot. Okay. So, let's talk about these guys for a minute here. These ones, the one that I just blew up, that is a normal unit. This one is like a dog unit. It is much more aggressive. These little cylindrical fly boys, they are healers, so they will try to heal any Sentinel that's in the area that's damaged. These triangle guys, they're summoners, so they can, like, spawn more Sentinels in. I think that kind of covers all the ones that we've seen so far. Something else to pay attention to, just kind of like GTA, up in the corner, you see I got those 3 little diamond marks under my bolt caster. That is an indication that it's like 3 stars out of 5, you know? So if you're familiar with the GTA wanted system, this is the exact same thing, more or less. These cylinders that they're dropping are actual items that I can pick up, but my inventory is full. If my inventory wasn't full, I would be able to recharge my shield with these as well. So I might have to try and free up some inventory space to be able to recharge my shield. The other thing I can do is I can just hide inside the building. The Sentinels seem to have a really hard time pathfinding to the inside of a building. So if I absolutely have to, I just duck and cover in here and try not to get shot for a little bit, and then my shield will recharge. I don't want to sit.
Warning, Sentinel walker detected.
Okay. Nice thing is they seem to come in waves, so if I can just, you know, coordinate one wave at a time, I can usually... Oh boy. That one's got some strong weapons. That's a big walker unit. As you can see, I'm kind of getting bodied right now. So if I just duck in this building... I'm just patient. I just wait him out. Or if I could pick up one of these, but my inventory's full. Actually, what I could probably do is let me just pop this portable refiner down. Boom. There we go. Got some shield. Okay, where's the big guy? Ah, boy. Okay. Try doing this smart. Not really doing this smart. God, those lobs that he fires, those are the nasty things. Lasers, the little lasers I can handle. Uh-oh. So you can see my shield's been busted, so my health got lowered as a result. but I was able to destroy him. Okay, let's try recharging my shield while I have an opportunity. No. Okay, so some of my shield is back. You know what? I might as well also stick down this construction research unit just to get it out of my inventory. Yeah, these little ones are like almost nothing. It's the big guys that they can cut my health pretty quick. Okay. We now have the Sentinel Walker, which is kind of like the big boss. He's going to suck a little bit because I really don't have a lot of weapons to be able to deal with him, and there's a regular walker walking around, I believe, so this is going to be the tough part. I'm going to see if I can do this. As you can see, he has a big laser. The nice thing about the walkers, their legs are kind of a weak point, so if you take out both the armor on one leg, then it kind of like knocks him out for a minute. He lobs those balls, but they're not targeting me, they're just kind of there, and boom. Just like that, I beat a Sentinel Walker. Okay, now this is actually really good for a number of reasons, because now you can see with my Boltcaster, see those 5 blue diamonds now? This is actually an indication that the Sentinels are now disabled on the entire planet. So I can do whatever I want, and I don't believe I will attract Sentinel attention. So when we talked about, like, you know, if I touch this, it'll make the Sentinels mad, or if I try picking this up, the Sentinels will be activated and they'll attack me. I can do that stuff now. I can go do that without the Sentinels getting upset. This also did another thing. They didn't just knock out the Sentinels, it also has exposed a Sentinel pillar, which is actually fairly close by. Also, it's kind of stuck on his body. I think if I go up one of the legs, I saw I could access it. Shield battery, ion battery. Oh man, and I need to pick my pirate attack right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gotta get to my ship. There is so much going on right now. Okay, where are you at? Here we go. You were a terrible pirate. Terrible pirate. Now, since we're so close to the Sentinel Nest, I think is what it was called, or the Sentinel Pillar. Yeah, Sentinel Pillar. Since we're so close to that, let's do that quick before we continue getting more exosuit upgrades. Also, I'm seeing something on my dash right now. Aha. Fugitive starship. It's almost like there's a radar for when a fugitive is coming in, so let's go ahead and take him out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Where'd you go? Cool, got some units, got another transponder. Korvax are liking me more. So yeah, like on my dash, the very leftmost screen, right under the planet's name, I was seeing almost like a countdown. So that must be an indication that a pirate is showing up, or some kind of bounty is coming into range or something. I'll have to keep an eye on that more to see if it continues to hold that pattern. Okay, so now remember, we took out the Sentinels on this planet, and even though I've been running around for the better part of an hour getting all my upgrades, we still have dominion over this planet instead of the Sentinels. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up any place that you go to where a Sentinel was. They self-destructed when we beat that walker. So this place would have had a couple of patrols. Those were the items that I just picked up. Okay, so now what we can do is we can harvest some technology from these. What we gotta do is blow them up. Got 100 nanites from that. Got 100 pugnium from that. Some salvaged glass. Okay. Take a little look-see around, make sure there's nothing spectacular nearby. Phosphorus. But yeah, I think that was the manufacturing facility we were at. Okay. Lastly, once you're done, if you come step on this pad, talk to this machine, we can access the Boundary Archive terminal.
Warning. Boundary node exposed. Boundary Archive status vulnerable.
So as you can see here, we've got 3 different options. We can access the logs, we can disable the Sentinels, but since they're already disabled, we can just leave this alone, or we can extract weapons technology. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. Oh my god. This is an A-class exotic. Oh. Oh, I think I'm in love. Holy. Orange and black. Oh, if it was just a little bit lighter, it would almost look gold. Oh, this is good. Okay. So, this is an A-class. Oh, man, this looks really good. Okay, the only downside is I need to clean it up because look at all this junk that's mixed in here. I'm absolutely going to take this. I'm going to take this right now. I can take it for free because I still have slots where I can put multi-tools. Real quick before I do that, because I'm thinking there was almost a way to save scum these multi-tools, because if I can get an S-class one of this, that's gold. So give me just a second. Okay, so I tried looking it up, and it's a little bit above my pay grade with my understanding of the game as it is. And as I was looking it up, I kind of thought to myself, this is kind of like the first one that I found that's just really cool looking. So maybe I just keep this one. This will be one that I stick with for a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and just as it is. Now that I've got that, I can now access the logs.
Access log imposter detected. Override code 4R1ADN3. Manifesting personality protocol. Voice of the Hive. A-run routine. Protocol. Ray. Experiment. Shell. Sentinel. Once we had no need for visual manifestation or physical form. Our invisible eyes would record, sort, delete the life and death of every world there ever was or would be. We had no thoughts, no personality, no dreams.
Okay, so that's a little creepy. Apparently we can get a little bit of backstory every time we access one of these nodes. Look. I mean, you kind of can't. Hold on. Can I go photo mode? Look at this weapon in my hands. It almost matches perfectly. The lighting's a little screwed up because I'm standing near this boundary node thing, but I'm not sure I could have asked for a better weapon. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. It's like it was meant to be. Now, again, need to actually fix this thing up. So I can't actually even really use it right now because there's so much junk in here. So we are just going to have to put that on the back burner for the time being. Let's go take a look at this alluring specimen. It's red, which means it can only be dangerous. Scan, see if there's anything else I can scan, get some more currency. No. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, these are also battle cores. Good lord. That took out my shields in like one hit. Gotta be real careful with that, with those guys. Ooh. Ooh. And we have an abyssal horror. Let's take a look at this. Oh my. I gotta shoot it right in the eyeball. Hypnotic eye. Well, that's lovely. Oxygen I still need. Ooh. Hello, sir. I don't necessarily care about your ship, but I do care about your inventory. About to just fill my inventory with more stuff here. What did I actually have? I have... Oh, he won't actually buy any of the X stuff from me, but I can buy stuff from him. Let's see, don't need Inferknife, don't need Scatterblaster. What else do you have? You have Hazard Protection. I'm absolutely getting one of those. Mining Beam. And Scanner. And... Oh, nice. He had some jetpack on him. That's good. That's good. I obviously would like to buy a lot more of this, but I don't have a ton of nanites. So as a result, I just kind of have to live with what I can get, you know? But since I bought stuff I already had, it just stacks on top. We can get up to 10 of these in one spot. So that was really nice. Significant. Well, okay. Let's go take out a pirate. I don't know why. I guess maybe this is what the conflict level was referring to. Remember, we could like look at the system and see, and the conflict level is critical. Maybe that's... Maybe there's a ton of pirates in this system that keep showing up or something. All I know is it's free money. Goodbye, sir. Thank you for the pirate transponder. I will be sure to turn that in to an envoy. Oh, my Korvax rating is up to 5. Look, hey, the higher I can get that, I guess, you know what? I shouldn't be upset at you, Mr. Pirate, because all you're doing is helping bolster my relationship with the Korvax, and I am here for it. Get me all the discounts, because I'm burning through nanites like it's going out of style. The other thing, too, that I should mention, if you're playing this game and you need to reload or relocate an area and you happen to be maybe recording yourself or something, if you see my ship right under my name, once I land here, we can see it better. Right under my name on the left side, it's kind of currently hard to see, but when I'm flying, it's easier to see. Those are actual coordinates. This corresponds specifically to this point on the map. There, you saw it for a brief second. In the event that you're recording and you like lose track of a spot or something, if you happen to look at that spot in your ship, you'll be able to relocate the area again. So I guess keep that in mind. I also want to discuss, there's a specific item that we have not made, the save beacon. going to go ahead and I'm going to make a save beacon right now. If I could get back to my thing here. I needed metal plating. I think I needed 2 of them. Yep, save beacon. Plop that down. Pick it back up. I now have a save beacon sitting right here in my inventory. Stick it right here. So this is nice because if you really want to save a location, you can just make one of these save beacons, and then where's my build menu? If you pop it back out, this little star is just like a base. It will show up like across the entire system. You'll be able to see this star. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to save a location specific, because that can make it real easy. Korvax entity has experienced many cycles in the shell they now wear, though individually insignificant and sworn to serve the convergence. They value the first-hand wisdom they have accumulated in this lifespan. Their interest stretches back further still to the millennia this planet has endured. They look me over dubious. Whatever historical knowledge they have, they hesitate to share it with me. It looks like I can either contribute data by giving them a convergence cube, I can try and persuade them, or I can use my rank, which is research, focus, or above. I'm going to go ahead and try that one. I appeal to the collective consciousness linked to this entity. In an instant, research entity Komat acknowledges my identity, recognized from a multitude of Korvax interactions. Gently, almost tenderly, they produce their greatest recent find, a fossil unearthed from the local soil. Incredibly, this fossil is material evidence that this planet has not always been irradiated. Once, it seems, this place was thick with jungle, the terrain fertile and clean. I'm going to ask to purchase the fossil. Korvax's digital eye bores into me. The fossil is priceless to a scientist, but they would happily pass it on to a fellow researcher, someone dedicated to full-time study who seeks knowledge over profit. I would probably sell it, so I'm going to go ahead and decline. Knowing I cannot dedicate my life to science, I bypass the opportunity to take this valuable fossil. The Korvax seems grateful for my honesty. I have the unshakable feeling of being watched by something larger, even than the convergence. A sourceless voice whispers in my head, and a new word takes shape. A beacon flickers on screen, received from a distant point in space. My fingers hover above the terminal, ready to enter the code to reveal the location, but what numbers do I enter? Okay. I believe this is the exact same pattern we've seen prior, where the first number is being moved to the end. So as a result, it should be 8390. Enter the digits and wait. The location of a distant point in space is revealed to me, and nothing was found. Okay, this is actually an interesting little thing right here. I found enough stuff, or I have enough markers in the local area, that this doesn't point me to anything. As a result, the game wants to be able to give you something, but it can't. So what you could do is you could keep answering this over and over and over. So let's see here. 91616. Okay, so this is going to be 2916. 2916. Success. I learn of a new location. Nothing found. And now look. Let's go take a look at my catalog. My standing with the Korvax is trial candidate. And in order to level it up, I need to get 6 more points in this for a total of 30. So I'm going to touch this, go over it again. It's the exact same, so 6533. Stars reveal their secret. Nothing found. But if I go back here, now I only need 5. So I could do this. Matter of fact, I think I will, just for case in point. Let's see, 3823. Okay, and just like that, by just repeating that over and over again, my next rank will be Savior in 10 more. So I could do this 10 more times if I wanted and rank up again. I'm not going to. It's kind of a waste of time because of the amount of stuff that we inevitably find. But if you just really wanted to farm up to your max standing, You absolutely could do that with one of these locations. Which, thinking about it, I almost should, just because I then get the maximum discounts, which is something that I definitely would want.
Hostile scan detected.
We saw beyond these walls. We saw a world of death. We can take you there, should you not please us.
Aww. I'm going to refuse.
A miscalculation. Korvax will ensure it is your last.
Hostile ships approaching.
Where? Let me blow you up. Pathetic.
Hostile ships defeated.
Ooh, this is interesting. This is a settlement. We just found it naturally. Not 100% sure that I can actually do anything in these settlements. Autophage planetary settlement.
Accessing planetary settlement interface. Rejected. Rejected. Rejected.
Okay. What are you? I wonder if this is a different race. Did say... This is... What the... Okay. Huh. Guess I'm not supposed to climb into the building with the guy? Huh. Well, actually, when I climbed out of my ship, that should have created a restore point, so let's just go back to that. Anyway, this is kind of funky. Autophage, is that what this race is? Are there more of them here? Not seeing anybody moving around at all. Place kind of looks a little beat up. Wagon. Okay, well, this is bizarre. I don't know exactly what it means. And, ultimately, hopefully, at some point in the future, I will get an understanding of all this. The observatory appears to have functioned as a battle station for the Korvax, coordinating defensive craft across a dozen systems. The sensors mark the arrival of Gek fighter ships in the atmosphere many years ago. The station has been unmanned since that day. Nothing remains but a beacon blinking upon the screen, a code needed to decipher its point of origin. Another one of the rotational ones. We are moving from back to front, so that's 2302. Success! I punch in the numbers, and the beacon reveals the location of a new location within the cosmos. A beacon reveals the location of a new location. And there's nothing found, so that's even funnier. What is my standing with them right now? 5 more and I could rank up again. Almost wonder if I should spend the time to do it. Probably. Okay, so this is even worse than I thought from before, because now I'm just like punching in the exact same answer over and over again. It's like the question isn't even changing. So I'm definitely going to farm this. can just hammer through it like lightning. Okay, I need 18 more to get up to the next rank. Zero. I should rank up again. And that took 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Okay, I could do it 40 more times because I think this would be the final standing with them. So if I was able to do it, it would probably only take like 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm here. Might as well just knock this out. And if I'm correct, this should be the last one. So now, perfect. My standing total is 100. I have maxed out my relationship with the Korvax. I think I can continue gaining more standing. It just won't give me any higher upgrades. I've got the max title. I should receive the max discount from interacting with the Korvax. So any of those shops on any of the space stations in a Korvax system, I should get the maximum discount. That's awesome. This was highly effective for like 5 minutes worth of quote-unquote work. Ooh, look at what we found. I believe this is a large hub. Yep, this is a ground, like the equivalent of a space station, but on the ground. So this is actually a fantastic little outpost where there should be a couple of aliens I can learn language from. If you were scouting out ships to purchase, there's plenty of ships that come and go from these areas. Like, shoot, I already had... okay. Is it you? It's you. You got red boosters. Boy, I'm just gonna run into you with my ship. I don't care. I'm upside down. Hooray! Oh, and thanks to you, a dude stole my spot. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is a planetary archive. That's the official name for it. Let's actually go through this archive. This right here is an artifact exchange vault. If we were actually getting artifacts, we could come here and exchange it for a higher level artifact. It's funny. We haven't been getting artifacts because whenever we go to those ruins, we opt for knowledge instead of location. If we went to the location, that's where we could find artifacts.
Archaeological vault status secure. Echo repository curators seek artifacts of cultural or biological interest. Archaeologists will be compensated for all contributions. Submit a new artifact to the vault to exchange it for an archived artifact of equivalent or greater rarity.
Yeah, we don't have any of these, so can't do anything with it. Right here, this is a technology merchant. This is like the exact same ones we were seeing in the minor settlements. So we can, get components. I want some more wiring looms. I really don't need these, but you know what? I usually don't get to see them for money, so let's go ahead and just buy them. And let's see if he has any other blueprints. I don't think he will. Yeah, we already have all these blueprints. Okay, next is the local information repository. If you click on this...
Welcome, visitor entity, to this information repository for planet Eucubus 15. Eucubus 15 historical databanks indicate several local sites of Korvax cultural significance. Directions are available. Dispense planetary chart.
I could go ahead and pay 15 nanites and get a planetary chart.
Analyzing topography. Triangulating coordinates. Printing. Complete.
And so that gave us an artifact chart, which I don't think we purchased any, but that was one of the types that we had for sale from the space station. So now I have one. Alright, so while I've been talking to all the people along the way, there's still more. We have an envoy stationed here, so we can... Aha, finally. I can donate these transponders to the Mercenary Guild. I can donate the salvage glass. Looks like they can only take 3 of them. So I think I've got more than that, but they won't take any more than that. And then same thing with these hard frame engines. They can only take 3. And the quad servos, I guess I could donate more, but I just don't have more to be able to donate. But my standing just increased a bunch with the Mercenaries Guild. Let me take a look here. Catalog here. Mercenaries, yeah. My standing is 11. I'm currently an apprentice. 3 more and I'll be a journeyman. And I'm already getting along famously with them. I've eliminated horrors. I've beat up a bunch of Sentinels. I've started killing pirates because that's a thing. So we're getting in good with the mercs. Right here is a trade terminal, so I can sell things and free up some spots in my inventory. Okay, so once you're done with all of that, I should also note these right here, the artifact... Oops. Give it that a second. Nice. I jumped from rank 1 all the way up to rank 3. And I met 30 aliens. So these artifact exchange vaults that are up here, these are also, believe... Yep, there's some down here. There's one. And I thought there was one more. Yep, right over there. So sometimes you might only be able to exchange specific types of artifacts with certain stations. So just be aware that there's a couple others that are down here that may offer different exchanges. Okay, there's one more thing that I'm aware of. Don't let this red barrier and scary thing like interfere. You can walk right in, and right here we have an echo repository. So I'm going to go ahead and interact with it. Entity. Knowledge is to all but Korvax. Korvax archive is intended only for its own species. Ancient audio equipment drones in a low frequency, seemingly expecting a voice command. I'm going to say Korvax.
Archive access granted.
Let's go ahead and decrypt the archive. This archive has been severed from all others of its kind. The entities that built it appear to be running secret experiments.
I am here. I am here. I am here.
These words continue on for hours, an electronic being sometimes launching into a sequence of tonal cries, weeping, expressed in numbers. So I can either listen or press my hand to sensors. Press my hand to sensors.
I would like to come back.
A sequence of lights flash, registering the request. The entity is reconnected to its group mind. The entity is disconnected and reconnected again and again with increasing rapidity. They grow silent. Eventually, even when reconnected, they refuse to speak. An individual has been recreated. The experiment is deemed a success. No idea what in the hell that's about. I guess it's just a thing that happens. What you got for me, sir? Lifeform's mask flashes a repeated pattern. They gesture towards their manifest as if to recruit me for some task. Ooh, okay, so now this is interesting. Rather than answer a question or provide an item or something, this guy wants to give me a quest. Defend against raiding pirates, and I get an exosuit upgrade chart as well as 2 Korvax standing. Let's go ahead and take the mission. And I believe... yeah, we are under attack immediately, so I'm glad I called my ship over. Okay, there's one down. That's 2 down. Come on, get the distance right. Uh-oh, overheated. There we go. Okay, 272,000 units. Whoa. There's more? Okay, we'll take out more. Are you one of them? Yeah, you're one of them. Okay, that's one deleted. It's two deleted. There's the other one. There you are. And that's three deleted. Okay. Ooh, another. Really? If I didn't, like, glitch this thing out. I'll recharge my shields real quick. Then I guess I'm leaving. Because this is not working for me. I guess I'm gonna keep the mission, and maybe I could like farm this or something if I got a better ship. But it's kind of wearing on my ship, eating up my sodium because my my weapons are not the best. So 34. Huh. That rock really shouldn't be there. It seems to be messing with the pilots. At 45 aliens, very nice. Okay, how many more of these do I have? Let's see here. Two more. Two more is all I need. I've got one already on the map. I feel bad for you guys. Oria's stuck up here. Okay, so we're back on the space station. I've gone ahead and cleaned up my inventory. And as you can see, we have a ton of slots. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I've got 70 total slots. We can actually click this over here to maximize our cargo. Anyway, step one of our master plan has been completed. Get more inventory slots, get more tech slots. Step two is I need to make some money. I guess actually step two is I need to be able to get a bunch of Corvette parts to sell for money, which actually means I guess step two is probably I need to clean out my inventory a little bit more. This stuff up here, I'm keeping. This stuff down here, I don't need to have on me. Or this stuff. I don't need to have any of this on my person. Because ultimately, the goal is to be able to afford a ship like that. That's like, okay, that's almost like quite literally the exact one I want, because 48 inventory slot. Hold on. Let's talk to you. Yeah, you see, oh my god. I mean, look at this. It's almost an entire full page of cargo. It's just missing 2 slots. I would love a ship like this to be able to store stuff that I could call on the fly. So, like, I have to have this ship. But in order to get this ship, I need a lot more money. In order to get the money, I am going to sell Corvette parts. In order to sell Corvette parts, I need to have the inventory space to store Corvette parts. And in order to have more inventory space, I need to get all this excess out of here. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. The way I did this in my previous save was I already had 2 or 3 starships by this point. But, I haven't... There's another one. There's 2 of them. I can get more than one. I might have to just... And they seem to show up here constantly, which means they can't be that hard. I just need the money. Okay. Normally, or in my previous file, I already had 2 or 3 different starships that I was using as like flexible storage capacity, but I don't have that because I haven't amassed a bunch of money. So instead, we're going to take a slightly different route for our storage. Let's see. Oh wait, no, I was on the right page. As you can see, we have somewhere in here. Did I? Oh, right here. Base computer archives. We have more stuff to do with our base computer, which also gives us buildable blueprints. So I'm going to take some time, knock out some of these missions real quick, because I know for a fact one of them will give us more storage. Go ahead and get started.
Automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered, 6%. New data available.
Go ahead and search the archive.
Entry number 4925X follows.
Found additional buried technology modules. Construction proceeding smoothly. Recent expedition yielded... Copying data to...
Additional data available. Construction logs recovered. Blueprints reassembled and prepared for download. Base technology extracted. Downloading plans. Storage container plans restored.
This is perfect. This is literally the exact thing that I wanted.
Readable archive retrieval complete. Beginning defragmentation of next segment.
Okay, so we now have blueprints for a storage container. I need 35 magnetized ferrite. If I remember, this planet might have... Oh, okay, no, it doesn't. Oh, that's right. It's not this planet. It was the other planet as magnetized ferrite. Okay, well, instead of mining it, magnetized ferrite can be created. Get out my portable refiner. This thing stocked. Okay, so if you take ferrite dust, and you, excuse you, if you take ferrite dust and put it in the portable refiner, it becomes pure ferrite. If you take pure ferrite and put it in the portable refiner, it becomes magnetized ferrite. It's a 2-to-1 though. Ferrite dust to pure ferrite's a 1-to-1, but pure ferrite to magnetized, 2-to-1. I don't actually need 435 units, but I don't feel like messing with the stack, so I'm just going to wait till I hit 35. Just like that. And now... go into my build mode. Right here. These are like the exact same storage containers we were finding at the ruined traders. So this is just one that you get to have in your own house. We'll go ahead and plop it down right here. The only bad thing about this is you're only allowed 1 per base. So even if I had the resources to make another one, I can't. Well, that kind of stinks. It's like taller than my... or just barely taller. I wonder if I could get it to fit inside one of these like I did with the teleporter. It's flat. I guess it doesn't matter. As you can see, though, it does require a power source. So we need to hook up the battery to the storage container. So now the only question is, can the battery keep up with both? It looks like the answer is yes. Because it's showing that it's still charging up. So 1 battery and 1 solar panel looks like that's enough to be able to maintain both the teleporter and the storage container. But now that I have a storage container, I've got 50 slots in here, which means I can just take all these. Actually, I probably don't even, yeah. Like that. Like that. And then, oh, and as you can see, when this is in my inventory, it's 6 out of 10. So I can only have a stack of 10 before it rolls over to another stack. But as soon as I move it here, it's now 6 out of 20, which means I could take 2 full stacks that would be in my inventory, and it fits into 1 slot in a storage container. That's why these maps are up to 80 instead of at the normal 40. That's why navigation data is at 80 instead of the normal 40. And then scanner and mining. So these are my multi-tool, these are my ship, these are my exosuit. That's how I'm separating them. But now we look at the inventory. The inventory is much cleaner, so I can fit all of these slots with Corvette parts. And so that is now what I'm going to be doing. So next episode will be a lot like this one, but replace exosuit upgrades with Corvette parts. While I do that, I'm sure some wonderful misadventures will occur for your viewing pleasure, but that said, the episodes are going to stop the daily cycle, as we have worked through what I feel is most of the basics. And, as a result, more footage is needed per episode. My plan for now is either a weekly or bi-weekly upload schedule with primary episodes on Saturday and a potential second upload on Wednesday, depending. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. May your RNG be kind and the desire sensor be blind. Goodbye for now, but not for long.